Don't do this. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Natira Yamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Gora Hare, Patita Pavana, Gora Hare, Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivajagacharya Ashtottar Satasri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Srila Prabhupada Ki Prabhupada Noga Ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Nittai Gaura Prema. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Before that, welcome to all of you on this nice, pleasant Sunday evening. We are seated at the lotus feet of Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra Mai with their blessings, the blessings of Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who has very laboriously spoken the Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavat throughout the whole world, and who has established the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, to propagate this message of pure devotional service, Krishna consciousness. We are trying to reflect on his writings and speak a few words for your enlightenment today. Of course, in the atmosphere, we have many other things that we can hear. We shall try to remain focused and not distracted. I'm reading from chapter 9, which is considered to be the central piece of the Bhagavad Gita, the middle of Bhagavad Gita, and where there is a lot of nectarian instructions. Reading from text 29 of chapter 9. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dvesho asti na priyah ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mayi te teshu chapyaham. Please repeat. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dvesho asti na priyah ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mayi te teshu chapyaham. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dvesho asti na priyah ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mayi te teshu chapyaham. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Translation: I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. Purport: one may question here that if Krishna is equal to everyone and no one is a special friend, then why does he take a special interest in the devotees who are always engaged in his transcendental service? But this is not discrimination, it is natural. Any man in this material world may be very charitably disposed, yet he has a special interest in his own children. The Lord claims that every living entity in whatever form is his son. So he provides everyone with a generous supply of the necessities of life. He is just like a cloud which pours rain all over, regardless of whether it falls on the rock or land or water. But for his devotees, he gives specific attention. Such devotees are mentioned here. They are always in Krishna consciousness, and therefore they are always transcendentally situated in Krishna. The very phrase Krishna consciousness suggests that those who are in such consciousness are living transcendentalists, situated in him. The Lord says here distinctly, Mayi te, they are in me. Naturally, as a result, the Lord is also in them. This is reciprocal. This also explains the words, Ye yatamam prapadyante tams tataiva bhajamiham. Whoever surrenders unto me, proportionately I take care of him. This transcendental reciprocation exists because both the Lord and the devotee are conscious. When a diamond is set in a golden ring, it looks very nice. The gold is glorified, and at the same time, the diamond is glorified. Lord and the living entity eternally glitter. When a living entity becomes inclined to the service of the Supreme Lord, he looks like gold. The Lord is a diamond, and so this combination is very nice. Living entities in a pure state are called devotees. The Supreme Lord becomes a devotee of his devotee. If a reciprocal relationship is not present between the devotee and the Lord, then there is no personalist philosophy. In the impersonal philosophy, there is no reciprocation between the Supreme and the living entity. But in the personalist philosophy, there is. The example is often given that the Lord is like a desire tree, and whatever one wants from this desire tree, the Lord supplies. But here the explanation is more complete. The Lord is here stated to be partial to the devotees. This is the manifestation of the Lord's special mercy to the devotees. The Lord's reciprocation should not be considered to be under the law of karma. It belongs to the transcendental situation in which the Lord and his devotees function. Devotional service to the Lord is not an activity of this material world. It is part of the spiritual world where eternity, bliss and knowledge predominate. Om Tat Sat. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane. Namaste Saraswate Deve Kauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshu asti na priya. God is declaring here that I am equal to everybody. But people will say, I see so much of inequality in human society. How does God declare that he is equal to everybody? We can see hungry people, people dying of hunger and poverty. On the other side, we see people in great luxury, wasting and living a luxurious living. And there are people who are diseased, people who suffer from disease. There are people who are hale and hearty and healthy. So all sorts of disparities, all sorts of inequalities we see in the world. Sometimes people cite this and say, if there is a God, why it will be like this? In the minds of everybody, God means equality. Everybody should be the same. Everybody should look the same, feel the same, experience the same, get the same. Everything should be same. Actually, God means variety. Sameness is boring. If you tell me that God is a person who everybody same, everybody become cloned same, everything is same benefits, same thing, everybody, I think life will be very boring. In fact, nobody will be bothered about being God conscious. The world is like that. Hitler tried to make everybody equal materially. Globalization, economy, is everybody talking about making everything same for everybody. But it is so unnatural. It's not meant to be like that. The design is not like that. In your own experience, inequality is natural. Material inequality is very natural. There will be no spice in life if everybody looks the same, has the same, feels the same. There will be no competition. Right? So the communist regime tried to plateau everybody. No differences, no variation. Some of them were mad with this philosophy and ideology. But inequality is here to stay. When things are not equal, they become more exciting, become more competitive. It becomes more productive, it becomes more creative. Equality doesn't bring creativity. It's inequality. Should I call it inequality as a variety? I should not even call it inequality, I should call it variety. Variety is the spice of life, as the saying goes. Don't see variety as inequality and give it a bad name. So this thing is flying around everywhere. Inequality, there should be equality. I agree that in some things there should be equal opportunity. Actually, Krishna is saying, Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu. I am equal to everybody. If you take this as an absolute statement, then where does inequality come from? It comes from our own choice of accepting or not accepting Krishna's words. If you don't accept, you will suffer inequality. If you accept, you will enjoy inequality. You will take it as a fact. You will take it as natural. This is exactly what happens. In the same Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying how to see equality. How to see equality. Everything is actually pretty much equal. The opportunities for everybody is equal. But people are diverse in material life. And according to their choices which come out of their individuality, which is not the same, people's choices are different. Then there is differences in human society. What the government tries to do, many governments, they try to equalize everything. Some understand that inequality is good. It's natural. It's as good as individuality. All people are not the same. The likes of people are not the same. The tastes of people are not the same. So naturally there will be inequality in society. Why do you fight that? So when you have equality thrust on people and their desires are all different, their tastes are different, then you will see there will be great strain in society. Right? Knowing how to provide a leadership that handles variety, inequality, individuality, but at the same time maintains equality, that is the challenge. That is the challenge. That Krishna is explaining in Bhagavad Gita. He is telling, if you're educated about the fact that you are a spirit soul, that you have a spiritual dimension, you'll be able to see equality in the inequality. It's very wonderful. Sunichaiva Swapakecha Pandita Samadarshana Brahmane Gavihastini. He's saying this very nicely. He said, a learned man, a pandit, is that person who is able to see equality in the so-called material inequality. So isn't this very amazing? Inequality is manufactured by you because of your different tastes, your karma and everything together. But I am equal to everybody. I am equal to everybody. If the mother is at home cooking and she asks everybody, so what do you all want to eat today? Today is a Sunday. What do you want to eat? Then one child will say, I want this. Another will say, I want this. Another will say, I want that. Another will say, I want this. Is a mother going to say, no, for everybody take this only. This is my choice. Everybody will get this. Then why is she asking at all? What do you want? You go cook that and put it on everybody. And they'll eat or not eat or go to the restaurant and eat. That's how it will be the reaction. But she knows my children, each one of them are not the same. They each have different tastes. And then she tries to cook for everybody and make them happy. She caters to their variety, their individuality. There will be inequality in it. If you look at it flat, if you want to play to it and make it a common thing. So who makes it variety? It's because of the choices of the people. Mother is willing to show equal affection to everybody, with equal interest, equal affection, equal opportunity. But there is variety. So variety is made by living beings. Inequality is created by living beings. God is equal to everybody. He's saying that. But he's adding a small caveat to that. Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dvesho asti na priya. Dvesha means I don't have hatred, I don't envy anybody, nor asti na priya, I don't specially like somebody alone. But ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mayi te teshu chapyaham. But if somebody is my devotee, I show some special consideration. I show some special consideration. And Prabhupada is saying in the purport here that although you are a very charitable person, you will definitely do something different for your son. You will do something more than just regular charity that you give to everybody. He is my son. He is my son. And that is very natural. So when I read this sloka, I see the personalism and individuality of Krishna also comes out. Normally, I am equal to everybody. Everybody gets equal opportunity. DEI compliant I am. Diversity, equity, inclusivity. But somebody becomes my devotee, I definitely am inclined because my personality is like that. I have a weakness towards my devotees. So that's me. Is adding that caveat is that's me. I'm like that. So in the Bhagavatam it says very nicely that the problem with Krishna is he becomes not just inclined to his devotees, he becomes subservient to his devotees. Prabhupada saying in the purport here, Krishna serves his devotee. This Bhagavad Gita is spoken. Krishna is the chariot driver, he is the driver for Arjuna, and he is speaking Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna standing on a higher platform than Krishna. As the main person, warrior, and my driver is Krishna. Who is speaking Bhagavad Gita? The driver is speaking to the owner. And he is saying, Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu, but I am assuming such a position as your driver. Why? I am inclined to you. Bhaktosime sakacheti rahasyam hi etad uttamam. You are my devotee, and I will go to the level of being your driver and to help you in this war so that you may win. Because you stand on the side of Dharma, you are my devotee. I will work through you. Nimittamatram bhavasabhya saja. So beautiful. It shows that Krishna does not suppress the individuality of Arjuna or anybody else, including Duryodhana. You may do as you want to do, but you face the repercussions. You face the karma. You face the reaction. Then there will be variety and there will be inequality. I am not the reason for that. For me, all of you are my children. Right? Mamaivamsha jivaloke jivabhuta sanatana. I am equal to everybody. But you make different choices. You act in different ways. You bring upon your karma. You come in various shapes and sizes and situations. I am not responsible for that. I will still in your variety of situations treat you equally, give you again opportunity. Everybody please chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Equal opportunity. Some people pick it up, some people don't. Some people want to listen to what Krishna says very sincerely. Some people say, I am not very impressed. I don't want to follow that. It's up to you. It's up to you. So, equality is a big talk nowadays. People talk about equality and equal freedom and freedom of speech and I should, be given this chance and everything. But if you're given a chance, you should know how to utilize it properly also. If you're not educated properly, if you don't know information properly, you won't use that equal opportunity given to you. You may even use it destructively. You will create self-destruction plans because you're not educated. So if you're not mature enough, maybe you shouldn't be given an opportunity till you are mature enough to use it. Just like the father will decide, no, you don't drive the car. I don't think you can manage it. You can get a little more older, I'll check it out and then I'll give you. That has to be managed, whether it should be getting the freedom. So sometimes Krishna manages us through material nature. We remain protected, conditioned, and operate under an authority. And this way we are gradually led, and as we become more mature, then we are more free to do according to our own judgments. This is natural. So Krishna is saying, somebody has become mature, become my devotee, I am inclined to him. If you're not yet mature, you're not yet become a devotee, you please operate under rules and regulations. There are some conditions for you. So we can yell and shout and scream equality, equality, and we can interpret that as being equal materially. It is impossible. From time immemorial, we have said there's a history of inequality. There has always been kings and there have always been praja and poor people, and there is a history of all sorts of different levels in human society. In fact, there's a classification of that according to your karma, which Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita that Chaturvarnyam Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagasha. I choose to create this difference, general difference, Guna Karma Vibhagasha. Differentiation according to Guna and Karma. And nobody can help that. Karma is created by each one of us. And then the difference is created. And then we shout and say equality, equality. So it is a myth. Equality is a myth. And it has never been successful. Artificial material equality never exists. It's like a pie in the sky. It's a philosophy that is never practicable. But seeing equality inside the inequality, that is possible. Like Krishna is advised in Bhagavad Gita. Samoham. He's telling, I am equal. And a person who is educated with what I have told you, he is a Samadarshi. He can see spirit, soul everywhere. He can see that although there is an elephant, there is a Chandala, there is a cow, there is a Brahmana, he can see the spirit, soul everywhere. He can see the super soul situated with everybody. That is equality. Everybody is a spirit soul. Everybody is my part and parcel. In spirituality, there is equality. In material life, there is diversity. Artificially trying to make that equal is stupid. We simply have pain and suffering. Right? So this material inequality is temporary. It's not permanent. But the spiritual equality is permanent. That Krishna is declaring in Bhagavad Gita. Right? Prabhupada called it spiritual communism. To Professor Kotovsky, in his conversation in Russia, in Moscow on his first visit, he said, we are also preaching communism only. We're talking about equality, but not like you. Your equality is a myth. It will never happen. But what I am telling, everybody is equal, and I'm finding it very nice, the success. I am in America telling Krishna is the Supreme Lord. In Africa, I'm saying that. In Australia, I'm saying that. All of them are accepting. Although they are Africans, Americans, and everybody, they are all accepting. We are all equal, and they worship Krishna equally. In this way, there is equality in spiritual life. Don't get lost in the diversity of material life. We need to get educated spiritually, that we are spirit souls. And then you will see what Krishna is saying is true. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. I'm just waiting for you to be a devotee. And as long as you become a devotee, you're still my son. Generally. But you need to do yourself. You need to get educated. When you get educated, you understand me and you come closer to me, definitely you're special. You've understood me. You understand me better than my other sons. So I will work through you. In this way, you are special to me. And that's perfectly natural. So God is not specially being unkind to some people and being over lenient with others. This is all wrong conception. Krishna is same to everybody. It is that we don't know how to utilize that equally. We don't know how to utilize that equally. So, of course, our whole country is going to elections. Everybody is very busy. And everybody is getting on the podium and saying, equal rights for everybody. We will do this for them. We will do this for them. We'll do this. We'll bring you that, this. We'll bring you the Ganges down. Bhagirathi will come and he will bring, there will be all sorts of promises. But I think the promise Krishna is given permanently there as a leader par excellence. He is leading everybody. If we can take his instructions and if we can become Krishna conscious, become associated with the Lord, establish a loving relationship with the Lord, then you will see amazing things can happen. And that is the instruction of Krishna. Equality, inequality, and all that stuff together should be understood in the right context. Inequality is temporary. Don't worry too much about it. You're going to die one day. Tolerate inequality for some time. Focus on equality as spirit, soul. Connect with Krishna. Anityam asukham lokam imam prapya bhajasvamam. Having achieved this type of temporary, miserable, unequal situation, at least now worship me and understand how you're actually equal, how there is equality present in everybody, right? So, all the people say, talk about equality. This is the way to achieve equality. I remember long back that when we were taught something about the communist regime, there was a discussion and one person said that actually everybody is equal, some are more equal than others. I found it very interesting. I said, what do you mean by that? See, in communist regime, there are people who hold power and institute communism. They consider themselves to be better than all the equal people. So he said some are more equal than others. And if there is inequality there, their whole system, if they are saying everybody is equal, you should also get down and become equal. So he funnily said that everybody is equal, some are more equal than others. So the flaw in material equality is very glaringly visible. So we can take this prescription of Krishna about what equality is. When we all understand that we are all servants of Krishna, we will treat each other very nicely, very respectfully. More than just equality. Our culture is, you are greater than me. We accept, and I'm happy to accept that. I want to serve you. I call you Prabhu. You are my master. How can I serve you? This is the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. This is the philosophy of God who is sitting and serving Arjuna. And we don't mind that you are more equal than me. I like it. I'll take instruction from you because you know Krishna. You're a devotee. So inequality has got its advantages, great advantages. I am your servant, which means that what? I'm not equal to you. I will serve you. Please accept my service. You're greater than me. This is a type of mood in devotional service. There are great devotees who are very happy to be able to serve. Hanuman, we are going to celebrate Ramanavami. Hanuman was a servant par excellence. Not only was he a servant of Ramachandra, he was a servant of the servant of the servants of Ramachandra. In Lord Chaitanya's pastime, there is a beautiful story of a devotee who is known to be a person who wants to give his seva. If you don't give seva also, he will take seva from you indirectly. He will take and eat your remnants. After you eat prasadam remaining, he will eat. What is fallen down, everything collected, he eat it. Because it's mentioned that if you take the remnants of a devotee, if you take his pada duli, dust of his feet, water washing his feet, and the remnants of his food, then you will instantly get Krishna Bhakti. It's so powerful, taking this from a pure devotee. He fully believed in it. He fully believed in it. So, his name was Kalidas. and his life's ambition was to serve devotees. And some very humble devotees won't allow you to serve them. They'll say, no, 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 please, don't do all this to me. I'm not used to it. So, okay, I want to wash your feet and take the prasadam. Please, please don't wash my feet. I want to take your pada. Then don't touch my feet, please. So what to do? I will not make him know that I'm doing this, and I will do it. He'll not mind it. He'll not know about it. So Kalidas, he came to see a very great devotee. Kalidas from a Brahmin family. So he came to see, forget his name, what Thakur was he? Some name. And he had decided in his mind, today I want to eat his remnants. He will not allow me to touch the dust of his feet and all that. He won't allow me to serve him in any way. So he bought some mangoes, very nice mangoes. It was a very famous story. And then he came to the house. He's a Brahmana, but he came to this person who is a Shudra's house. But he's a great devotee. And he paid namaskaram to him. He said, no, don't do this. You are from a Brahmana family. I am from a... Don't do, please don't. Please accept this mangoes. Why are you bringing it? No, you offer it to the Lord in your house. You have deity. You offer it to the Lord and please enjoy it. Then he sat down and spoke for some time. Then he said, I like to actually feed you something, but you are a Brahmana. I should not cook in my house. Can I cook in the other person's house? There's a Brahmana family here. I'll ask them and cook in their house and give you. He said, no, no, don't worry about it. No, I just came to see you, take your association and hear from you about Krishna. In this way, they talked for some time and Kalidas went out. So he came as a host, came up to the gate, saw him off, and then he said, thank you, Hare Krishna, and he left. Closed the gate, came back to the house, opened the door, went inside, and he was feeling very nice. What a nice devotee, so humble, so much of good service mood. And then he was sitting and thinking, oh, what about the mangoes? Then he told his wife, can you please offer those mangoes to the Lord? I want to eat them. He is given with great love. So, very nice mangoes. So they were cutting, offered, and then she served her husband. Husband was sucking the seed, the skin, and everything nice, so sweet, so tasty. Then he told his wife, you can eat the remaining. She also ate. Kalidas' job was not over. He was a big plan, man. After he sent him away and he saw him going inside the house, he came running back. Quietly opened the gate. Then along the pathway from the door of the house till there, he saw the footprints of this Thakur. He rolled on that and put it on his head, and first he did that. And he was so happy. Then he quietly went out of the gate and went to the back of the house. And there was a big garbage thing dump outside the window of the kitchen. From there she was dumping everything outside into the garbage. He sat there and waited. He sat there and waited. He is so experienced. He knows what will happen next, what he should do, where you will get Mahaprasad. He knows. He waited there. So that lady also ate the mango and said, very sweet, and dumped it through the window. All the skin and the seed. There he was sitting. He collected all that. He collected all that in his dhoti and ran to a corner somewhere there. Started eating everything. He ate up the whole skin. And he was in ecstasy. He was so happy. One project over for him today. One devotee Mahaprasad I got. Next is ticking off. Next person I will go to. His whole program is this. To get the dust of the lotus feet, to get the charanamritam from the feet washing of a Vaishnava, to reach his remnants. Right? Kanu Thakur. Yeah, that's his name. Kanu Thakur's house. So, this person was like this, and everybody knew, hey, be careful of Kalidas, he'll come and take your remnants and all that. But he's so expert that he will do it in such a way you will not know it. You will know it months later only. Actually, he did this. He came to the back of your house and took all the mangoes and he ate. You will know about it after so many months. So this Kalidas, he similarly went to Puri. In Puri, he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he decided, I must get the remnants of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is very expert, and if he decides, he has to do it. See, I am speaking these things to you about equality. Definitely, he cannot think I am equal. Why will he eat the remnants then? Why will he take the food dust? If I think I am equal to you, will I do that? In inequality, there is a great pleasure which people don't understand. This Kalidas, when Lord Chaitanya goes for darshan to Puri, he observed that he goes with 4 different groups on 4 sides guarding him. Big crowd. And he's a sannyasi, looks very beautiful. Everybody knows about him. Everybody tries to rush and touch his feet and take his blessings and all that. So we have 4 direction bodyguards. Very big sannyasis, special bodyguard, physically capable people, all of them, and he goes for darshan like that only. So Kalidas saw that very difficult to penetrate this. It's a very difficult to penetrate this. So he studied his whole motion for 1 or 2 days. When he goes, where he goes, what time he does what, very clear. He's not at all afraid. I am doing nothing wrong. I am getting the mercy. See, he waited correctly. And at one point, Lord Chaitanya would get down and go and wash his feet before entering the temple. And there'll be nobody there. They'll be all at the door. So he thought that is the correct time. Nobody can stop me. And he's washing the feet. I'll go there and drink the water from his feet. He planned it out, correct timing. And zip, he slipped inside. Passed all these people, went there and took the water and started drinking and drinking. Lord Chaitanya is washing his feet. He goes underneath and puts his hand and drinks. And all these people, wait, what are you doing? Where did you go from? He has already done it. He's already drinking. Lord Chaitanya then stops and said, enough. Told him, enough. But he had a smile on his face. He had a special smile on his face. This devotee, he'll do anything. He'll break past security, where everything. He's so eager to get blessings. He's so eager to get the benefit of devotion. He'll go to any limits to do it. He knows, he already heard about this person. But when he's drinking the water from his eye, he said, enough. And immediately he stopped. Lord Chaitanya didn't say anything to him, and others didn't say anything to him. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back that day after darshan, he had his lunch, and the remnants were there. He immediately said, give this to Kalidas. He said, give this to Kalidas. Why? He's very eager to receive my remnants. He's very eager. I want to award him. Even though he must definitely be thinking in mind, feet washing I got. Now if I can get some prasadam, it will be very good remnants. I'm sure he is thinking. Right? Lord Chaitanya he surprised everybody by saying, call the Kalidas and give this to him. My remnants, give it to him. Everybody was very surprised. I thought you will be very angry. He drank the water from your feet, and he said that no. No. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said this. This way, Kalidas showed a brilliant example of a person who loves inequality. You are my master. I'll be your servant. I'll serve you. There is great pleasure in that. Why are people so much talking about bring equality, equality, equality? There's a great poet called James Shirley who wrote a beautiful poem which I remember from my younger days. The scepter and crown must tumble down, and in the dust be equal made, with the crooked skith and the spade. It's communism actually. The signal in the communism, you'll see that skith. And it says here that the king's crown and scepter that he holds must tumble down, and in the dust become equal to the farmers, this and that. Means there should be no king and this, everybody should be equal. But in this prescription given by Krishna, you can see how the devotees are happy to be unequal. I'm happy to be your servant. You are my master. This is a new philosophy. Okay, you may think, no, it's always been the philosophy in Krishna consciousness in the Bhagavad Gita. Because Krishna is showing it by being the servant of, driver of Arjuna. He's modeling it and he's showing it. So don't be stung by equality. Don't be stung by, I want the same position like so and so. There is great pleasure in service to Krishna. There is great pleasure in inequality in service to his devotees. And that has been glorified by so many great stalwart, learned personalities. So let us use that inequality and gain the biggest benefit, love of Krishna. All glories to inequality. Hope that's something. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. Any question or comment that you would have, I would be happy to answer you, if you have. तो कोई माइक देगा?
Truly, you talked about equality, talked about the feminism. It's like fertility in the context of socialism, and this our Sanatana Dharma is one, but it is still divided on the basis of caste. And as you I think mentioned about the caste system, um, divided on the basis of karma and guna equality, but still. Um, on ground reality, everyone associates themselves. I will not say everyone, but most of them associate themselves with certain caste. They feel they are not allowed in temples. They feel they are being born in some lower caste or any caste. They are not given equal treatment to others. Maybe he or she a better devotee or much or has got a lot of more emotions for God. Is how do you solve or how do you give this message of Lord Krishna that equality in its spirituality is much bigger and much has got wider acceptance rather than society which they are deprived of in terms of materialism?
Yes, I get the point. First of all, you use the word caste system. In the Bhagavad Gita, it doesn't say caste system. There is no word caste system anywhere in the Shastra. This is a Western connotation. It's the Britishers who first classified everybody according to caste. All over the world they did that because they were colonizing the whole world. We don't think it is caste system. We have a very sophisticated understanding. People are not classified. Guna karma vibhagasha doesn't mean caste. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra doesn't mean caste. Guna karma vibhagasha. Don't use that word at all. Then you'll never understand what is being mentioned. It's diametrically opposite. Sanatan Dharma means we accept inequality. Because of my karma, I am born like this. That's okay. But I have equal opportunity to serve the Lord. My material situation may be like this. Right? That is explained in the Bhagavad Gita by Krishna only. Sve sve karmanya viratah samsiddhim labate naraha. Whatever your situation is, according to your material situation, you can still serve the Lord. The Lord will accept that equally. It's like whatever the son or the daughter situation is, the parents will with equal affection accept whatever they give, as in love and devotion. So for Krishna, there is no difference. He doesn't see you according to your material situation. And this so-called prescription here is according to your spiritual situation. So don't confuse all these things. Don't listen to all these ideologies. And these ideologies were picked up by political people and other activists and everybody, and they're perpetuating it. They should all read Bhagavad Gita properly under proper guidance. So there is nothing like caste mentioned. Originally, there is racism mentioned. Racist, that is a Western thing. The white racist people, white supremacy over the black people. They imported from Africa and they were slaves and they were using people so badly. That history, the same people came and did caste system everywhere. And we are taking it and believing it. This is not caste system. It's a scientific sociological system of human society so that everybody benefits. Everybody will get attention of God and everybody will become prosperous. So Bhagavad Gita looks at it in a completely different way, with full education, full understanding. This whole thing called caste system, forget it. It's not at all anywhere near this scientific understanding of society and classification of society. It became corrupt because of many people, even the higher class, the Brahmin class, they exploited the lower class. It happened. And after that, people started saying, see, it's caste. It's like this, it's like this. Because within our own so-called Sanatana Dharma system, we had corruption. That we should accept that. And they are the reasons why which people interpreted this as caste system. Right? Don't think that we are very white and pure and we did not do anything wrong in Sanatana Dharma. We are always great. That if you put the label Sanatana Dharma, we are perfect. You may put the label Sanatana Dharma, but you don't follow Sanatana Dharma properly. You don't follow the Gita properly. How many people know Bhagavad Gita? They don't know Bhagavad Gita, how can they know Sanatana Dharma at all? Right? So don't simply go by labels, go by content. How many people really know the Bhagavad Gita? Those who know the Bhagavad Gita, they can follow Sanatana Dharma, at least to the better extent. First of all, let these people who are talking caste, this and all that, come to the table and understand these terminologies. What's the meaning of caste? Who put that label? Not ours, doesn't belong to our lexicon at all. It's nowhere in the Shastra. Who brought it in? And it means something completely different. What's mentioned here in Bhagavad Gita, Varnashrama, and Krishna is saying, Chaturvarnyam Maya Srishtam, I created it. Guna Karma Vibhagasha. Guna and Karma, that's Krishna's statement. You mean Krishna is casteist? He's creating caste amongst his own people? First of all, understand everybody is low class in this world. Why? Because you forgot God. Is there a difference, inequality between the people in the jail and the people who are outside free? Yes or no? Is there inequality? Don't have this inequality. Please release them. Make them equal. Why you will not do it? Hare, they'll trouble everybody. They're criminals. Right? So this world is a criminal place. Why? You've forgotten God. You are all in the jail. Number one, everybody is low class. That level of casteism you see. You are low class. Why? You forgot God. You forgot God. First sort out your own problem inside the jail. Accept your low class and you become elevated by following Krishna's instructions. You want to talk about casteism? I will say you already put it on your head. You became low class. Krishna bhuliya bhogavancha kare. You forgot God and you assumed a materialistic situation with a materialistic body. You think I am this body, I am this world. You are already low class. Krishna is trying to make you high class by telling you become my devotee. Man mana bhava mad bhakta hamadhyaji mam namaskuru. He is giving you much higher class. It's super duper high class. Right? So please understand the philosophy properly. Don't mix all these Western ideas into Bhagavad Gita. It's not there. Not there. Yeah. Okay. Give the mic. I hope that's answering you. Louder. Hold the mic closer.
God makes human beings equal. Human beings make them unequal. God makes human beings equal. Human beings make them unequal.
Thank you very much. I want to add to that. God makes all living entities equal. Human beings think they are more equal and they eat up the other living entities. Actually, all living entities are equal. That's the shloka. Brahmane gavihastri shuni chaiva swapake cha pandita samadarshana. A learned man should see not only human beings, which is very correct because we are human society, we should talk about, but should also be thinking even the ant, the elephant, the horse, the goat, and the hen and the cock and all of them, they are all equal to you. They're all spirit souls. You should not think, oh, you are meant to be eaten and eat it up. This is unequal treatment, right? So, Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu, Krishna said in this shloka. I am equal to all living entities, not only the human beings. They are all equal. That is the message of equality coming from Bhagavad Gita. Thank you very much. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna.
Coming 70th, Lord Ramachandra's appearance date, Ramanavami celebration.